You're scrolling through your phone. You need batteries. Click. They arrive tomorrow. You need a book. Click. It's on your doorstep by evening. You need groceries, cloud storage, a streaming service, or even a doctor's appointment. Amazon has all of it, and it happens so fast, so seamlessly that you barely even think about it anymore. But here's the thing, Amazon didn't start as the everything store. It started as a guy in a garage selling books on the internet. So how did a small online bookstore become one of the most powerful organizations on the planet? The answer isn't just about selling more stuff, it's about a strategy so smart, so relentless, that it quietly reshaped how the entire world shops, works, and thinks. Let's start at the beginning. 1994. The internet is new. Most people don't trust it. Jeff Bezos is working at a hedge fund in New York when he stumbles across a statistic. Web usage is growing at 2,300% per year. He realizes something huge is coming. He makes a list of things that could sell well online. And he picks books. Why books? Because books are perfect for the internet. There are millions of titles. No physical bookstore can stock them all. But online, you don't need a shelf. You just need a database. Bezos quits his job, drives across the country, and starts Amazon in his garage in Seattle. At first, it's just him, a few employees, and a mission. Get big fast. In the early years, Amazon loses money. A lot of money. Investors are nervous, but Bezos isn't trying to make a profit yet. He's trying to build something no one else has. Scale. He's selling books cheaper than competitors. He's investing everything into warehouses, technology, and customer experience. He wants people to trust buying online. And it works. By 1997, Amazon goes public. By 1998, they're selling music and movies. And then the first big move. They open the platform to other sellers. This is where it gets interesting. Most people think Amazon just sells products. But that's not the whole story. Amazon is a platform. They let millions of other businesses sell on their site. And here's the genius part. Those sellers pay Amazon fees. They use Amazon's warehouses. They rely on Amazon's delivery system. So even when you're buying from someone else, Amazon still makes money. They've turned their competitors into customers. But scale alone doesn't explain everything. Plenty of companies tried to get big online in the early 2000s. Most of them crashed. Amazon survived because of one word: infrastructure. While other companies were just building websites, Amazon was building the hidden systems that make everything work. Warehouses that could process millions of orders. Algorithms that predicted what you'd want before you even searched for it. And then, something unexpected. They realized the technology they built for themselves, the cloud servers, the storage, the computing power, could be useful to other companies too. In 2006, Amazon launches Amazon Web Services. At first, people don't get it. Why is a bookstore renting out computer servers? But Bezos sees something others don't. Every business in the future will need cloud computing, and Amazon already built it. Today, AWS makes more profit than the entire retail side of Amazon. It powers Netflix, Spotify, even parts of the US government. Amazon didn't just sell you products, they sold the invisible backbone of the internet. Now here's where the strategy gets almost unsettling. Amazon doesn't just react to what people want, they shape it. They introduced Prime in 2005. For one flat fee, you get free 2-day shipping. At first, it seems like a loss. Shipping is expensive, but Prime does something sneaky. It makes you loyal. Once you've paid for Prime, you start buying everything on Amazon. You stop comparing prices. You stop shopping around. You're locked in. And it worked so well that today over 200 million people worldwide have Prime memberships. But Amazon didn't stop there. They started making their own products. The Kindle, Echo, Fire TV. They saw which products sold well on their platform, then created cheaper versions under their own brands. Some people call this smart. Others call it ruthless. Either way, it worked. They controlled the marketplace, the delivery, the data, and now the products themselves. And then the final piece, expansion into everything. Amazon bought Whole Foods. They moved into groceries. They launched Amazon Pharmacy. They're testing drone delivery. They even started making movies and TV shows. They're not just a store anymore. They're a logistics company, a tech company, a media company, a health company. They've become so embedded in daily life that avoiding them is almost impossible. So how did Amazon become the biggest organization in the world? It's not just one thing. It's a strategy built on speed, scale, and control. They started with books because books were easy to ship. They expanded into everything because they built the systems to handle it. They turned sellers into partners. They locked in customers with Prime. They sold the infrastructure that powers half the internet. And they never stopped moving. Amazon succeeded because they didn't just want to sell you something. They wanted to become the place you go for everything. And somewhere along the way, without most of us even noticing, they did.